Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. Good afternoon. Today is Monday, Millionaire Monday, September the 25th, 2023. If you are coming on, joining me live, please do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know your boy, Ramonepreston, my squad. We are all live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And you, my friends, are watching the Ramonepreston Show. Good afternoon. Please do me a quick favor. If you're coming on, joining me live, I want you to put in the comments what city you're watching me from. Please let me know where you're watching the Ramonepreston Show from. I want you to hit the like button, hit the share button, and tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know the Ramonepreston Show is live on this beautiful Millionaire Monday, 2023, September the 25th. We only have a few days remaining in this month, and we are preparing to hit the fourth quarter and the final quarter of 2023 real strong and real hard. So again, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. For those of you that don't know, I'm your host, Ramonepreston. Every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time, I come here live on this show to give you information, to share things with you that I know if you use them can help you take your business to the next level. All you that are entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs, business owners who are looking for creative ways to scale your business to six figures and beyond, the information that I share on this show can help you make that happen. So again, thank you for joining the Ramonepreston Show today. I want to talk to you about something that I was working on this weekend regarding branding and marketing. So just this past weekend, we created a course, and it's actually a branding and marketing masterclass. It's something that I had been working on for a few weeks, and I decided to come in this weekend and put it together in the form of a course, in the form of curriculum for my students and for my mentees and those who are part of our Millionaire program. So if for some reason you're not a mentor member, you're not a member of our coaching program, if you're not a student in our Millionaire Blueprint educational program, of course, I'll give you an opportunity before today's show is over to join our programs. But more importantly, I want you as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, or as a future entrepreneur and small business owner, I want you to understand the importance, like the significance of your branding and your marketing. This is one of the reasons why just this past weekend, I recorded a masterclass teaching you a lot of the ins and outs of branding and marketing. Let me say this as a disclaimer too. I don't feel like I'm a branding and marketing expert. I don't feel like I'm a branding and marketing guru. A lot of the concepts and the principles that I personally put to practice, I've learned from people that I feel like are branding and marketing experts and gurus. But these are people who make hundreds of millions of dollars on social media, hundreds of millions of dollars online, hundreds of millions of dollars from their programs and from their products and their services. So I consider them to be the experts and the gurus. So I'm not at that level. But what I can say to you is this: what I have been able to accomplish as an entrepreneur and small business owner, I know has a lot to do with me making a committed decision to take my branding serious and to take my marketing serious. So I'm not going to be able to give you a whole entire masterclass deep dive like I just recorded this past weekend. If you want access to the entire masterclass, I'll be more than happy to get you signed up and enrolled inside of our Millionaire program so that you can access it and learn all the ins and outs. But today, I just want to lay a foundation for branding and marketing. I want you to understand what branding and what marketing is all about. Okay, so I'll lay a foundation today. I don't know, maybe tomorrow on Tuesday's show, I'll come back and I'll share a little more information with you. But for today, all of you that are entrepreneurs, small business owners, I want you to understand the significance. I want you to understand the importance of branding yourself, branding your business, branding your company, your enterprise, whatever it is that you have, and marketing it. So we're going to just simplify these two very important words, branding and marketing. I'm not going to go into all the definitions on what branding is, what marketing is. You should already have some idea of what branding and marketing is. But I want to go a little deeper and just talk about what branding and marketing is about, okay? What branding and marketing is about. So if you're taking notes, I'm going to give you a little bit of my masterclass I just recorded to share with you what branding and marketing is about, okay? So I'll see how far I can go. If you have any questions, feel free to put the questions in the comments. Excuse me. My nose gets a little stuffy every time I come into the studio. Sinuses start getting crazy, but guess what? We're here. So again, if you have any questions, put the questions in the comments. What is branding about? What is marketing about? If I had to simplify to explain to you what I believe branding and marketing is about, I would have to say that branding is about your persona. Branding is about your position. And branding is about your portion. Now, I'm giving you like a sneak peek into what I just recorded for a couple hours in my branding and marketing masterclass. And as I said, I'm not the guru who makes hundreds of millions of dollars from my branding and marketing. However, I have learned a lot of concepts and principles that I practice from gurus who make hundreds of millions of dollars from their branding and marketing. And I believe I have created formulas and have put together a good enough structure in my business so that my brand and my marketing of my brand can get me to hundreds of millions of dollars. So if you're not making tens of millions of dollars, then you need to be listening to me. If you're making tens of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars and you're utilizing concepts and principles for branding and marketing, then what I'm saying to you is probably just something you already know. But if you're struggling to even get to six figures as an entrepreneur, if you're struggling just to get to six figures as a small business owner, what I'm sharing with you concerning branding and marketing will be the difference between you staying stuck and you getting to six figures and beyond. So for me, I believe branding is about your persona, your position, and it's about your portion. For me and to me, I think your marketing is about your value, your virtue, and your volume. Now, as I said, in this masterclass that I just recorded, and we're preparing to edit it and upload it inside of our Millionaire program so that our students and clients can get access to it, I go deep into the weeds of both of these concepts and principles for your business. Okay? I go deep into the weeds of your branding. I go deep into the weeds of your marketing. But I think this is a simple way for me to explain to you how important, how significant branding and marketing needs to be to you, especially if you're an entrepreneur and small business owner. And the truth is this, even if you don't own a business, if you are an independent contractor, if you're self-employed, if you're a W-2 employee, if you're just a stay-at-home adult or if you are on a fixed income and you just do little things on the side, branding and marketing is still important to you, or at least it should be important to you, because even when it comes to you working a job, you still need to create a brand. You still need to know how to market yourself, whether it's to get that job, whether it's to move up in that job or in the workforce, whether it's for you to get the recognition and the attention. It's all tied to branding and marketing. And I promise you something, when I realized that the difference between me not making enough money and making a whole lot of money was, a part of it was my branding and marketing on the front end of my business, it changed everything. Let me say it a different way. There was a time I wasn't thinking about my brand. I didn't even know I was a brand. I didn't know I had a brand. I didn't understand anything about a brand. There was a time I wasn't thinking about marketing. I wasn't thinking about getting attention. I wasn't thinking about conversions. I wasn't studying none of that. All I knew is I had some good ideas. I wanted to make more money. I wanted to be financially free. I was thinking the same way most entrepreneurs think when they have an idea to start a business. I had to come to the realization that if I was going to build a legitimate business outside of all the other things that I needed to learn and understand the importance of, I had to learn about and understand the importance about of branding and marketing. So let's go through this, and I'll just kind of open your mind up a little bit. Hopefully this will do a little surgery on your brain to show you how important it is to brand and market yourself. So when I say branding is about your persona, your position, and your portion, what am I referring to? What am I talking about? Well, the reason why I say your branding is about your persona is because the root word for persona is person. So branding is about you taking the character of who you are, the being of who you are. Branding is about taking the essence of who you are as a person and packaging it into a corporate persona, using your entity to be a corporate version of who you are personally. Do you understand that? So when you look at the persona of Ramonepreston Enterprises, that is a corporate version, persona of a individual person. So Ramonepreston is a person. Ramonepreston is also a persona or a corporate version packaged in a way so that people can understand who Ramonepreston is as a person, how Ramonepreston thinks as a person. You should be able to see that in my business. You should be able to see that through my business. Now, I don't really mean your business always got to have your name, because when you think of businesses like Facebook, businesses like Amazon, businesses like Berkshire Hathaway, they don't carry the name of the person who founded it or who is the CEO of it and who runs it and controls it. But even though they don't carry the name of that person, they still carry the person, the personality, the character, the being, the beliefs, the values, the views. You can see Mark Zuckerberg in Facebook. You can see Warren Buffett in Berkshire Hathaway. You could see Jeff Bezos in Amazon. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so when you think about branding yourself and branding your business or wanting to build a brand, I want you to think about your persona. I want you to think about, how can I take the person of me and package it in a way that people can see that and feel that through my business. So when someone says your business name, can they think about you? Can they think about who you are, your values, your views, your beliefs? You want to be able to create a persona that represents your person, all right? Branding is also about your position. And when I say your position, I'm referring to, how do you position yourself, A, in your business, and also how do you position yourself in the marketplace. So sometimes when you're just getting started, you cannot afford to position yourself in your business or in the marketplace in a way that you're not seen, you're not visible. Sometimes you have to be positioned for people to see you, for people to hear you, for people to know you, because it's a part of your person or persona. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there was a time, and I know this to be true firsthand, there was a time, the reason why I wasn't focusing on building a brand, because I wasn't thinking about or focusing on creating a persona for myself. I wasn't thinking about creating a persona. I wanted to keep it 100 with myself. I didn't want to create a different version of me, when the truth is there are so many different versions of me. There's a crazy me, there's an intelligent me, there's a ghetto me, there's a bougie me. But I had to take the sum total of who I am as a person and create a persona through my business. But I also had to decide to position myself so that I could be the front person, so that I could be the spokesperson, so that I could be the representative. Because now in building a brand, I need an identity for my brand, not just a business. I need an identity. I need to associate myself to that identity so people can associate me to that identity. And I needed to become the brand ambassador. I couldn't toss this to somebody else, because I don't know if somebody else would have been able to do it like I do it. Even today, I see a lot of big companies, a couple companies that I made reference to earlier that are being led by gurus who make hundreds of millions of dollars. Those companies are running without that person doing all the day-to-day activities, but that person is still the ambassador. That personality, that character, that individual is still the face of that organization, which keeps it relevant and keeps it moving. So I hope those of you that are watching and following me are making sense to what I'm saying. So again, your branding, I'm telling you right now, if you're going to thrive in the next 3 to 5 years in this type of marketplace as an entrepreneur, if you're going to grow and expand and see real, overwhelming, exponential success in your revenue and in your income and in your influence, I'm telling you, at some point you have to invest in understanding more about how to build a brand. You have to. This is an investment you're going to have to make. And again, there are a lot of people out there who are way more advanced than me when it comes to branding and marketing. But I'm not trying to reach everybody. I'm reaching my community, the people who give me their time and attention, and I'm just making myself available to show you what I've done to build a 7-figure organizational enterprise, what I do on a day-to-day basis to keep getting attention, to keep making conversions, to keep my business on the forefront, to stay relevant, and to continue to plow into the future. I'm just giving you what I do. And this is something that I've had to learn when it came to me building my brand, the brand of Ramonepreston. I had to learn that my branding was about my persona. I had to take who I am, the core of my being, and all the different elements and personalities and characteristics and things that make me who I am, and I had to package that into a persona in the form of Ramonepreston Enterprises, in the form of Ramonepreston University, in the form of Ramonepreston Brands, in the form of RP Capital, in the form of all these different things, Ramonepreston Ministries. These are the things that make make up who I am. Okay, so I'm not just a preacher or a minister. I'm a business owner. You know, I'm a thinker. I'm an educator. I'm a teacher. I'm a mentor. I'm a leader. I'm a visionary. I'm all these things. And so I have businesses and business activities and products and services and things that go on in the marketplace that represent me and reflect me. That's my persona. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But I also had to learn that my branding was also about my position. And this is like a very broad conversation I have all the time with my students and clients when I tell them, you got to position yourself properly. You got to position yourself properly in your business, but you also got to position yourself properly in the marketplace. And when I say that, a lot of entrepreneurs don't understand what I really mean. But let me explain it this way. Unless you are positioned in the marketplace as an influencer, unless you are positioned in the marketplace as an expert in your space, you ain't gonna get the attention you think you deserve. And I promise you, the attention you think you deserve in the marketplace, don't nobody care about that. The money you think you deserve to make in the marketplace, don't nobody care about that. And the only way people will care is if you make the decision to be properly positioned in the marketplace, in your business, long enough and consistent enough until you mean something to somebody. It's just as simple as that. So as I said, I'm not the smartest person in the room. I'm not the brightest light in the room. I'm not the most tempered person in the room, poised person in the room. I'm rough around the edges. I can get an attitude. I'm snappy. At times I have a temper. I don't always make the right moves, but guess what? It is what it is. This is who I am. But all the good things that I do and all the good characteristics that I have, they at least compensate for all the bad things and all the bad characteristics. And they balance me out enough for me to come out here and say, hey, even though I'm not the best, I'm not the most perfect, I don't have all the answers, but I have enough to get you from where you at to where you want to be. I can get you from point A to point B. I can get you from point B to point C. I can at least get you to where I am. So it's enough for me to keep showing up, to be consistent, but I have to position myself as such. I can't be on the sidelines thinking, well, it's too many people out there better than me. It's too many people who know more than I know. It's too many people who got more than I got. So what? Somebody wants to listen to Ramonepreston. Somebody can feel me in the spirit and recognize that this is a man of God who's on a mission to educate people, not just in ministry, but in the marketplace. He's not just a preacher, but he's a business person. And he wants to show people that you can bring both of these worlds together. You could be anointed. You could be gifted. You could be called. You can have an assignment on your life to do church and ministry, but you can also do business and make a lot of money in the process without having to manipulate people and get over on people. So guess what? That's my position. And the third thing branding is about is portion, your portion. This is a little spiritual for me because if you struggle with building a brand, if you struggle with branding yourself, if you struggle with taking all the good, bad, and ugly of who you are and creating a persona around it and positioning yourself in that, if you struggle with that, maybe you need to be informed or reminded that success is your portion. See, one of the reasons why I'm comfortable putting myself out there as a brand is because it's my portion. And it took me some time. So just because I'm always on camera, I'm always on social media, I'm always running my mouth, it seems like it's normal and natural for me. That don't mean I haven't struggled with it and haven't had times in my life where I felt like I don't supposed to be doing this. I'm not good enough for this. I've had those times too. As a matter of fact, I've had many, many times where I felt like I don't even want that. I don't even want to get attention. I don't even want to be out there. I just want to make my money, take care of my family, and do what God called me to do. There were times that I was 100% convinced of that, and I can't even tell you how many times people have encouraged me, prophesied to me, and tried to convince me, oh my God, Ramon, you need to be out there more. You need to be seen more. You need to be heard more. People need to know who you are. And I used to always say, yeah, I hear him, but I ain't with that right now. That ain't what I want. So it took me a while to get to a point to where I had to recognize how important branding is. But once I accepted that if I'm going to be successful, there may be people who don't need to brand themselves to be successful. There may be people on this planet who might not need to get known to get money. I'm not one of those people. I had to come to the acceptance at some point in my life that if you're going to have something, bruh, you got to get out there and make it happen. You got to get out there and fight and scrap, and it's going to be loud, it's going to be colorful, it's going to be noisy, and somehow you're going to have to figure out a way to get people to see you, to hear you, to recognize you, to want to do business with you. This is what it's about. Branding. That's branding. Branding is about your persona, your position, and your portion. One of my favorite scriptures in the Bible is the parable of the talent. Okay, so Jesus gives this parable in the New Testament, and this is the parable of the talent, where he told this story of a man, a master, going on a journey for a long time, and he gave his servants talents, and one of the servants buried the talent. But he had told all these servants that he gave the talents to, he told them, I want you to occupy until I come. Occupy. The word occupy is short for occupation. So basically what Jesus was saying in the parable of the talent is, if I give you a talent, that talent needs to be used in a certain space. And I want you to occupy that space until I come, because that's your portion. So for all of you entrepreneurs and business owners and leaders and influencers and future visionaries that are listening to me and watching me today, if you're wondering anything relatively close about you doing what God called you to do, if you're thinking, should you be doing it? Are you supposed to be an entrepreneur? Yes, if God gave it to you, if God put it in your heart, that's your portion. That's your branding. Now let's look at marketing. What is your marketing about? Well, number one, your marketing is about value. Your marketing is not advertising. And again, if you want to go deeper in these or any of this and the other information I have inside of my branding and marketing masterclass, we are just in the process of editing it and uploading it inside of our Millionaire educational program. So we'll be more than happy to give you access to it. I would love for you to join me tonight. Every Monday night, we host a coaching call. This is a part of our mentorship program. I would love for you to join me and our mentees. I want to build our mentorship community. I want to give our mentees and our coaching clients an opportunity to build relationships with each other, because I think we have so much to offer each other and we don't connect and collaborate enough. And one of the reasons why we don't connect and collaborate enough is because we're not inside of the right community. So anyway, your marketing is about value. Marketing is not about you advertising, telling people how good you is, how good your products is, how awesome you are, how powerful you are, how many times you did this and how long you've done that. Don't nobody care nothing about none of that. What value are you providing? So I'm giving you value right now. How am I giving you value? Because I'm educating you on things that you need to think about regarding branding and marketing. I'm a business and financial consultant, coach, an educator. So I can come on here on my show. I can share information with you and give you a glimpse of what you're going to learn when you're around me every day. How things will be for you as an entrepreneur when you work with me and my team, whether we coach you or educate you. So I'm giving you value. But I can't just show up here every day and go live and say, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is how we do it. This is where we do it. This is why we do it. That don't mean nothing. What means something to you is, okay, if you need to build a brand, what is your brand about? If you need to learn how to market, what is your marketing about? Your marketing is about value. You got to learn to give people value. Your marketing is also about virtue. Now, virtue is different from value because virtue is a practice and a disposition of excellence and success. And the way you market your business through virtue is by being willing to show people all things related to your life and your business. Remember, if your brand is a persona, that's made up of all different aspects of your person, then there are certain parts of your life you have to open up and share with the world. And again, you can be selective. You can determine and gauge how much of what you want people to know. All I'm saying to you is, depending on how big you want your brand to be and how massive you want your marketing to become, that's going to determine how much of your life you open up to people. Because the more people get to know you, the more people want to know about you. All right? Think about some of the people you follow on social media who are extraordinary influencers, who are major celebrities, who are personas, and who are almost like action heroes to you. Think about some of those people you know and you follow and you watch and you listen to. A lot of times they don't even have to give you value. If they just give you the virtue of who they are, if they allow you in to certain areas of their life, that becomes valuable to you. To the point that if a celebrity is just talking to you about their kids and their relationship and what they ate, you all into that and they ain't teaching you nothing. Why is that? Because they've built such a brand or a persona. They've been so positioned in your life, they know how valuable they are just having a conversation with you. That takes time. It probably takes a lot of money. It takes consistency. It takes effort. But at some point, your value, marketed right, can connect with your virtue, and you can open yourself up to people in a way that they appreciate you and they create a bond with you. All right? Number 3, your marketing is also about your volume. And when I say volume, I'm talking about a couple different things. Number 1, the volume of your marketing means you're in a loud world. The world is loud. The marketplace is loud. Everything is moving, it's chaotic. People posting every day. Every time you jump on a social media site and scroll, people trying to sell you stuff. They want you to click here, click there, click this, click that, call here, text there. They want you to do everything. This is every day. Hundreds and hundreds of millions into the billions of people are doing this stuff every day. And you're competing with that. You're not competing with somebody else who's selling what you're selling. You ain't competing with somebody who's in the same space as you. You competing with vaccines, with politicians, with storms. You competing with wars. You competing with drama. You competing with viral video. You compete with everything. And so when you're doing that, you always have to continue to increase your volume of how much you post, how much value you give, how many people you touch, how often you touch them, how hard you touch them. You got to continue to, it's a never ending cycle that you got to continue to churn and churn and churn, and you got to be okay doing it. And you got to understand that in the beginning, on the come up, you might not be able to afford to run ads. That means you got to do even more organic. But even when you start running ads, you still have to touch people. You have to put yourself in the best position. And then the other side of volume is you need to get louder. You need to get louder. You need to get more colorful. You need to learn how to use your personality, your person, your persona to give to people. You don't need to be boring even if you are boring. You need to learn how to not be boring. You need to learn how to talk and communicate to people. You need to learn how to lead. You need to learn how to make decisions. You need to learn how to accept criticism. You need to learn how to not be embarrassed and wounded every time somebody comes at you. You need to learn these things. And how are you going to learn these things? One of the ways you learn it is by getting around people who are okay with it and seeing how they respond, how they move, how they act, and getting comfortable with being out here in the world. So I take a lot of heat too, but I don't take as much heat as other people I know who take heat. Because they bigger than me, they got more followers, they have more influence, they have more exposure. And I look at them a lot of times and I'm like, wow, they can do it. Why ain't I doing it? I should be willing and ready and able to do it just as much. So if you're watching today's show, if you are either in the process of, or if you're wanting to learn more about how to brand yourself and market yourself in a way so that you can get more attention and make more conversions, listen, I have a lot of resources for you. I'm not the biggest kid on the block. There are a lot of people who do what I do as business coaches, consultants, financial educators. There are a lot of people who do it way better than I do it. But I know, because I've done some research, I've done the math, I've talked to different people, I know where I am in terms of my social media exposure and following. I make more money than some people who have more exposure and followings. And one of the reasons for that is because I am building a brand. I am continuing to nurture my brand, and I strategically market my brand, meaning myself, my products and my services, in a way that I intentionally get attention and intentionally turn that attention into conversions, meaning that I'm not ashamed to tell you I want to do business with you. I'm not ashamed to tell you that I've got things that I want you to buy and pay for, because that's the business that I'm in, because I don't want you to be ashamed of that. I don't want you to be embarrassed. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. But if you don't have the resources and the tools and the support, if you don't have the community, if you don't have the education and information that is necessary for you to really build a brand or to rebuild your brand and market that brand, that business, the products and services in a way so that you can start making more money, I want you to reach out to me. Again, this information that I just shared with you briefly, just this little bit of information, is a part of a branding and marketing masterclass, which is only one of the hundreds of training videos and walkthrough tutorials and courses that I offer inside of my Millionaire program. If you're not familiar with my Millionaire program, we have a Millionaire Mentorship program. This program is designed to help you build $1 million infrastructure. Even if you don't think you can become a millionaire and build $1 million infrastructure, if you get the information, the knowledge, it will change your belief. Even the Bible says we perish for the lack of knowledge. So if you're stuck, even if it's not in your branding or your marketing, or if it's so, it may be in other areas of your revenue. You might be stuck in how you build your business or some of the things that you're doing every day in your business. If you're stuck and you're unable to move forward, it's just because you don't have the right knowledge. So how can you do something right when you don't have the right information? So we put together this Millionaire Mentorship program as a 1-year accelerated coaching and consulting program. So I put together the most important components of my consulting division, my coaching division, and my educational division. So for 1 year, we give you access to our Millionaire Blueprint, which is our educational program. And inside of this educational program, we teach you about branding, marketing, sales. We have scripts for you. We have templates for you for your email campaigns, for your social media content creation. We have courses on how to start and structure holding companies, creative tax strategies, goal setting, investing, wealth building. We give you a Millionaire Blueprint. It's a real Millionaire Blueprint. So we give you 1 year access to this course. We also give you 4 VIP tickets to our quarterly workshops. So every quarter we host a workshop on the most important things you need to build your $1 million business: sales, marketing, financials, holding companies, and business systems. We give you a VIP ticket to our coaching boot camp, which is a one-day deep dive. We show you how to create your own coaching program or your own consulting services if that's something that you desire to do, which a lot of entrepreneurs want to do. We also give you a VIP ticket to our small business workshop where we teach you for one day how to put together a general operating system. Like, how do you manage all the day-to-day operations of your business? How do you make it make sense so that you ain't just running all over the place? We show you that in our small business workshop. So just here alone, inside of this mentorship program, you get 1 year of education in our blueprint. You get 4, 5, 6 different events, 6 events that we take one day to do deep dives on certain things that are going to help you build your $1 million infrastructure. We're showing you how to engineer a $1 million business. We also offer you weekly coaching calls. So every Monday, like tonight, 7:00 p.m. Eastern, we host a coaching call. It's a private Zoom call, live. We all come on. I do some lesson or some teaching. We hear success stories, testimonies, praise reports. We answer questions, and we give everyone an opportunity once a week to drop in on a live coaching call to keep you motivated, hold you accountable, keep you inspired and educated, and to make sure that if there are some things that you're working on you need answers to, we answer that in our coaching calls. We also give you our concierge and community access. So our concierges are always available because even if throughout the week you have certain questions you need answered, there are certain courses you need to find or certain resources you need, we make sure our concierges are available, and there may even be people in our community that have those resources. So this is what our Millionaire Mentorship is about. Now, if you choose to join this Millionaire Mentorship and pay the one-time payment, what we offer as an added bonus is one free LLC. One free LLC. So that means we will file and form the paperwork for your EIN number, your articles of organization, we'll draft your operating agreement, and we will deliver to you a free holding company LLC or operating company LLC, whichever one you need. And then we will also give you a free one-on-one coaching session. So that means we'll sit down with you, we'll look at your business structure, your products, your services, your prices, your systems, your processes. We'll look at everything that you got going on. We'll take the hood up on your business, look under it, and see if it's put together correctly. We'll structure it to make sure it all makes sense. We'll put a game plan together. We'll direct you to the courses and workshops that you need to help reinforce what your game plan is, and we'll see to it that you hit the finish line. So if you're interested, I just gave you a great presentation of our Millionaire Mentorship program. This is an awesome 1-year coaching program. More and more people are starting to understand how important it is to have a coach, to have a mentor, and to be in a community. Like, it's almost a normal thing for people today, and it's becoming more and more common. But here's the thing, the more common it becomes, the more it starts to cost. So I want you to get in on this special offer that we have. We are offering all of this for $3,500. And again, if you just can't pay the $3,500 up front, at least reach out to us and let us know that you're interested in this mentorship. You need this information. You need the coaching. You may need a holding company or LLC put together. Reach out and let us know, hey, I want to engineer a $1 million company. I want to know how to put a $1 million enterprise together, how to build an infrastructure for a $1 million company. We're doing it every day for our students and clients, and I want to help do it for you. So if you look in the comments, you're going to see a number. I want you to text the word mentor to the number you see, okay? Just look inside of the comments. You're going to see a number and the word mentor. You can text that word mentor to that number, and we'll reach back out to you, answer any questions that you have about our program or about what you are intending to do, what you want to do, what's important to you. And hopefully we can get you signed up and onboarded inside of our mentorship today, so you can join me tonight for our Millionaire Monday coaching call. Okay, so look inside of the comments. There's a number you can text the word mentor to, and we'll reach out to you once you text the word mentor to us. Hopefully, you got some value from today's show. This was an awesome discussion from our branding and marketing masterclass on what branding is about, what marketing is about. I hope I gave some value to you and enlighten you on how important branding and marketing is. Lawrence said, I have to increase my volume and provide value to the marketplace on a consistent basis. 100% absolutely. It's exactly what you have to do. And of course, how we do that it depends on the information we have. How we do it depends on the knowledge. Depends on like how good are we taking the things that we know and repackaging them and repurposing them in a way that they're actually valuable to the people who we give them to. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. The number is in the chat, in the comments. Text mentor to the number you see. We'll reach back out to you. Please, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to leave some feedback in the comments. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was from today's show. If you're not watching me on YouTube, visit YouTube at Ramonepreston and subscribe to my YouTube page. We want to get to 10,000 subscribers at least before the year is out. And I know we have thousands of people who watch us on a day-to-day basis. Very few people hit that subscribe button. So we're asking you to hit the subscribe button, follow us, like, share, leave comments, give us feedback. Let us know what we're doing is helping you so we can continue to provide value to you on a day-to-day basis. I'll see you tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, same place, same time, right here on the Ramone